today's story proves that sometimes the scariest things in the room isn't what you can't see, it's what's been watching you the entire time. In 2019, a woman traveling through Cork, Ireland, booked what looked like the perfect Airbnb getaway. With clean photos, 5-star reviews, and a host who responded quickly and politely. Nothing felt off at the time. She unpacked, she relaxed, and she went about her evening completely unaware that something in the room was very, very wrong. It wasn't until later that night that she noticed it. She saw this device that was hidden on the shelf, but she was just thinking that it was a smoke detector. But smoke detectors normally don't point to your bed. And they definitely don't have lenses. So this woman was seeing this smoke detector with a lens on it pointing directly to the bed. How fucking weird, eerie, and creepy, you guys. I would have been fucking out. I would have smashed that shit. I don't know about you, but that's what I would have done. What would you do? She looked closer. Her stomach dropped to her ass, and she noticed it was a camera, a real one, fully operational. It was actually on. It was recording. So, like I said before, imagine that moment, the realization that every private second, every moment may have already been captured. Like, were you taking your clothes off? What were you doing before? Did you take a shower? How long was this woman in there before she realized that this camera was there? It was watching her sleep. Utterly terrifying and grotesque. She ended up leaving immediately. She called the police, and what they found was worse than anyone expected. The camera had been placed intentionally, not for security, not for safety, but for surveillance, and it wasn't the only one. Investigators uncovered additional equipment hidden throughout the apartment, and this wasn't a one-time mistake, it was a system. The host, someone's guests trusted, had been secretly recording strangers inside a private space, a bedroom, a bathroom, a place where people are at their most vulnerable. But for the woman that stayed there, the fear didn't end with an arrest. Because how do you sleep after that? How do you trust another unfamiliar room? How do you convince yourself that you're not alone when you once weren't? There were no break ins, no forced entry, no violence, just a quiet room and a lens watching. What do you guys think of this terrifying story? What would you do if you encountered something like this? This is absolutely mind boggling. Now I'm going to jump into another story, and this one doesn't have to do with a human or creepy cameras. It has to do with an entity in a presence.